the stage directions. We have Mortimer being played by Mark Robokoff, Jeanine is being played by Ivory Bodnar, and Lewis is being played by Lacrone. Mortimer Saul stands behind a desk in his office. It is decorated with magician props, including ad posters, prop hats, etc. There is also a dry erase board on the wall with names, ages, and dates of upcoming gigs. They look something like this. Sally Bennett, age 6, October 18th. Jordan Atkins, bar mitzvah, October 19th, etc. He is rehearsing a new card trick by himself.
Okay, first we lay out the cards. 6, 6, 8. Okay, now we cut the deck. Pick one out, please.
He holds the deck out in front of him, then he pulls out a card and lays it face down on the table.
Okay, now don't tell me what it is. I have magical power. 6, 6, 8, leaves me with 11, 7, 11. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, that leaves 4 cards in my hand, and I look, they're all clubs, so I think that's a 4 of clubs, am I right? Oh, I'm good. Okay, now we add another deck.
He is about to shuffle them together when the intercom buzzes.
Mr. Soul, we have Beverly Jensen on line 1. She set up an appointment for the 23rd, but she has some concerns. I don't know what to do.
Okay, Jeanine, that's fine. I'll talk to her. You can patch her through, Jeanine.
Oh, yes, Mr. Soul.
The phone rings.
Mortimer's Magic, this is Mortimer. Yes, ma'am, I do all of that. Juggling, acrobatics, yes, fire breathing as well. No, I don't do dark magic. It's all... no, ma'am, it's for children. All ages are fine. Yes, ma'am. 6-year-olds will be great. No, no, ma'am, there will be no animal sacrifices, I promise. No livestock will be harmed during this production, I assure you. It's wholesome family entertainment. Yes, I can do balloon animals. No, I'm not a clown, but yes, balloon animals are fine, Mrs. Jensen. Sure, we can saw people in half. No, not to kill them. No, it's perfectly harmless. No, I promise you, they won't be paralyzed for life, ma'am. No, I can't tell you how we do it. It's, ma'am, I will leave your son alone if you want me to. Fine, I won't saw him in half. Fine, I'll leave the saw trick at home if you like. No, not because it's illegal. Fine. How about I saw you in half, Mrs. Jensen, and you can see how it's done? No, I'm not coming on to you. Please, no, don't take your clothes off. Mrs. Jensen, are those power tools? No, I don't. I'm uncomfortable with this discussion, Mrs. Jensen. I am a married man. I don't feel comfortable talking to you like this. No, I'm hanging up now.
He hangs up the phone. Jeanine pokes her head in.
Mr. Soul?
Yes, Jeanine.
Hey, Mr. Cipher is here to see you.
Who?
He doesn't have an appointment.
Huh. Oh. Okay, show him in. Oh, Jeanine, go ahead and cancel Mrs. Jensen. I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
She exits. Lewis enters in a dark suit with a cape and a walking stick.
Mr. Soul, good to see you.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you, you old so-and-so. Grr, come here, you. How have you been?
Fine.
Lewis Cipher's the name? But my buddies call me Lou.
Okay, Lou?
No. Oh, no. My buddies. Call me Lou.
Okay, Mr. Cipher.
I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you, kid. You can call me Lou.
Okay, Lou, what can I do for you?
Oh, you and your assumptions. Would you listen to this guy? You're getting it all wrong, kid. You're getting it all wrong. You see, it's not what you can do for me at all. It's what I can do for you.
Are you going to sell me insurance?
No. I'm... Insurance. Would you listen to this kid? No. I'm going to make you an offer that'll blow your socks off, pal. Something that you can't refuse.
I can't or I shouldn't.
That depends. Are you a gambling man, Mr. Sowell?
I play bingo with my grandmother on Saturday night.
A family man, are you? Well, that's nice. That's real nice. And how does your wife feel about you playing bingo on a Saturday night?
She usually goes with me. Actually, she's very fond of my grandmother.
Okay, enough of this small talk, Mr. Sowell. What I came here to talk about is this. How would you like to be the greatest magician of all time?
Well, I'm pretty good already. I can do 89 tricks, and I'm working on the 90th.
No, not tricks, Mr. Sowell. Not tricks. I mean magic.
What are you talking about?
How would you like to win every round of bingo you ever played?
I don't think that would be very fair to my grandmother.
Fine. Then how would you like your grandma to win every round of bingo she ever plays?
Well, I guess that would be okay, but what about her friends at the nursing home?
Friends? Who needs friends when you got money? When you got money, son, these are dollar bills we're talking about. American money. You can buy her all the friends in the world with the money you'll be pulling in, my friend.
But the pot's like $50.
Then forget bingo, pal. Forget it. We'll go to Vegas, Atlantic City, wherever you and your sweet old grandmother want to go to. I can give you powers that will make you rich beyond your wildest imagination.
Look, Mr. Cipher, we're okay with money, really. My wife's a doctor. I make a decent living here. We have no kids, so we...
But you want them, don't you?
What?
Kids. You want them. Little adorable cherubs running around, calling you Papa. And you take them out for ice cream and balloon rides and a trip on the Ferris wheel. Is that about the size of it?
Yeah, someday.
But you can't have them, can you, Mort? You can't have the little darlings because your wife is barren, isn't she?
Who are you?
I'm Louis Cipher, Mr. Sowell. You can figure it out.
Look, I don't care what your name is. I want to know how you know about my wife.
I know a lot of things, Mr. Sowell, including how you feel about that receptionist of yours.
What? Jeanine? What about her?
Well, we both know she's a terrible receptionist. I'm sure she wasn't hired for her typing skills, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Well, I called 3 weeks ago to set up an appointment. She never put it in the book.
You're lying.
No. Go check her book.
Well, what would that prove? Just because it's not in the book doesn't mean you called.
Yes, but I happen to have a tape recording in my pocket of our conversation. Would you like to hear it, Mr. Sowell? I'll play it anyway.
The voices come out through the theatre speakers, which confuses Mortimer.
Good evening, my dear. Is this Mortimer's magic?
Yes, how can I help you?
Are you Jeanine by any chance?
Yes.
Well, Jeanine, I'd like to set up an appointment, if I may, for exactly 3 weeks from today, at this exact hour and minute.
Oh, okay. And your name, please?
Louis Cipher. That's with a C.
Okay, Mr. Cipher, I penciled you in.
Thank you, Jeanine. Oh, and Jeanine, what secrets can you tell me about Mr. Sowell? You don't need to hear the rest of that.
Well, all right, so she screwed up one appointment. That doesn't mean she's a bad receptionist.
Give me a break, Mr. Sowell. She's an idiot and you know it. You said so yourself.
When? I never said...
Lewis pulls out his cell phone.
September 17th. My God, she's an idiot. I have hired an idiot. Good Lord, she is the dumbest idiot I have ever hired in my entire life. What have I done?
I deleted that.
You should be careful what you say on Facebook, Mr. Sowell. You never know who's watching.
But I deleted that.
Not before I saved it.
Why would you save it? I deleted it. I was 3 hours late to a birthday party for the mayor's daughter, of all people. The idiot wrote down 3 instead of 12. I don't even know how to screw that up,
But what, Mr. Sowell?
but I was angry. That's all. I wrote some things I shouldn't have, and I deleted them.
I would have fired her ass if I was you.
I was going to.
But what,
But
Mr. Sowell?
she started crying, and I felt bad.
Oh,
Before I even opened my mouth,
what?
she was crying. Before I even opened my mouth, she knew she had screwed up somehow.
What was she wearing, Mr. Sowell, when she was crying?
A turquoise turtleneck with a mini skirt. Why?
And you're sure the mini skirt is not why you didn't fire her?
No! I never touched her.
You didn't hug her when she was crying?
Well, yeah, but...
You didn't gently massage her back and tell her everything would be okay? You didn't wipe away that single tear from beneath her eye with the gentlest brush of your thumb? And then look down at her supple lips for just half a second too long? Were you not touching her then?
I was, but... I love my wife. I would never cheat on Linda.
I had never said you did. My goodness, son. I never said a thing about cheating. Although, aren't you a magician? Isn't everything you do a form of cheating in one way or another?
What the hell do you want from me?
I want to give you an opportunity, son. Wouldn't you enjoy having everything you've ever wanted? And I mean everything? Why do we always have to choose between Linda's and Jeanine's, when with a simple snap of your fingers you could have both? My God. When you go to a restaurant, you don't have to choose between a steak and a salad. You can have both. Bread and butter? Your cake and eat it too? Why do we always have to choose? My God, life is difficult enough already without these infernal choices. Wouldn't you prefer to have Jeanine on Saturdays and Linda for your Sundays? Or even have them both over at the same time for some delicious dessert? I never understood the human need to limit themselves to one individual at a time. It's very lonely, if you ask me.
I don't think Linda would...
Fuck Linda. This is about you now, buddy. Linda will evolve. She'll come around. You'll have so much power in your little fingers, she'll be begging you to keep her. No matter how many other women you have as well. And besides, Jeanine is fertile. She can give you a child. Jeanine! Oh, Jeanine! Can you come here for a minute?
Jeanine enters in a zoned-out state.
Yes, Mr. Cipher?
Oh, please, call me Lou.
Yes, Mr. Lou?
Mortimer would like to tell you something.
Yes, Mr. Soul?
Oh, please call him Mort.
Yes, Mr. Mort?
Jeanine, I don't know.
Go sit in his lap, Jeanine.
Yes, Mr. Lou?
No, Jeanine, don't...
Now, play with his hair. See how nice this is? Jeanine, tell Mr. Mort how you feel about him.
She whispers in his ear. As she does, she unbuttons her shirt. Mortimer is torn.
Now,
Jeanine snaps out of it.
Oh, Mr. Soul! Excuse me!
She runs out of the house.
gee, I hope she doesn't file a sexual harassment suit against your buddy.
Jeanine!
Don't worry, she'll be fine.
What if she's calling the police?
Jeanine re-enters, again in the zoned-out state.
Yes, Mr. Cipher?
Please, call me Lou.
Yes, Mr. Lou?
These spells aren't consistent. You have to retrain them each and every time. Now, I want you to kneel on the floor, Jeanine. and cluck like a chicken.
Jeanine,
The weak-minded ones are very easy to control.
Jeanine, don't do this. Jeanine, get up.
I haven't told her to obey you yet.
Look, you've proven your point, okay? Now tell her to stop.
Lewis pulls a handful of corn from his pocket and sprinkles it on the floor. Jeanine pecks at them.
Good girl.
You're humiliating her.
So, she'll never remember it.
I will.
Oh? And this doesn't turn you on?
No! It's degrading.
Okay, Jeanine, purr like a little kitten. And rub up against Mortimer's leg. How about that?
Well, that's a little better. But
So, you don't care about degrading her, just as long as it's sexy, right?
I guess.
Jeanine falls asleep on the ground.
You make me sick.
You're the one doing it.
And you're the one with the heart on. So, are you interested?
But what about my wife? She's a doctor. She's not weak-minded at all.
All humans have weaknesses, Morty. You just have to find out what they are.
And what if I can't?
Well, then you're not a very good magician.
What do you want in return?
Why, your name, of course.
My name?
Yes. Your entire name.
Lewis crosses to the dry erase board and erases all the names and dates on it.
Hey, I need those!
Not for long, you won't.
He writes the following name on the board as he says it.
Emmanuel Mortimer Lazarus Sowell III. That's quite a mouthful.
Why do you want my name?
Your great-grandparents used to worship me. Did you know that?
He erases the letters Manuel from the first name.
No, I don't know much about them, actually.
Yes, I told them to name your grandfather this. Didn't you think it was a strange name growing up?
He erases the third at the end of the name and Imer from the second name.
He in turn named his son this, and now you.
He erases Azarus from the third name. It now spells immortal soul.
And that is why I want your full name.
Oh.
Yes, pretty nifty, eh?
No, I just got the Lou Cipher reference.
Oh, well, keep up, Mortimer. You're behind the times. Your entire future depends on this decision. What will it be?
Did my father make this decision?
Yes.
And his father before him?
Yes.
And what did they decide?
Well, what do you remember about them?
Nothing. They both died before I was born.
That's because they both said no to me.
And if I say no to you?
Then you die, along with your wife and your pretty little mistress here.
So what are my options then?
Well, if you say no, then your wife will bear you a child. And she will name him
He points to the board.
number 4. But you'll be dead before he's born, and she will die soon afterwards. In 30 years or so, I'll make him the same request.
What about Jeanine?
Feel her breath.
Mortimer does.
Oh my God, Jeanine!
He attempts to revive her.
But if you say yes, then you'll have the power to resuscitate her. To resuscitate whomever it is you wish. You'll be omnipotent for a little while, and you can have a long, fruitful life with whomever you wish to share it with.
So I die now, or I die later?
Pretty much, yes.
Anything else I should know about?
Well, if you die now, you go to heaven. If you die later, well, then you come with me.
And Jeanine?
Well, I have no say over her.
He points to the words immortal soul on the dry erase board and shrugs.
That'll be up to the big guy upstairs. So, what will it be, Mr. Soul? A lifetime of happiness and wealth? And all the Jeanines you could ever wish for? Or an afterlife full of clouds and nothingness except for some little fairies playing harps all day? Yes? What is it, Mr. Soul? Yes? What decision do you make?
My shoes.
Lights out. Lights up on Mortimer at his desk, with the phone to his ear.
Mortimer's Magic, this is Mortimer. Yes, ma'am, we sacrifice animals. Dark magic up the kazoo, yes indeed. Of course we'll saw your kid in half. No, I can't promise you he'll survive it, though. Oh, you betcha, ma'am. Saturday the 3rd is fine.
He makes a note on his calendar.
Oh, no, you don't have to pay me. Sex is perfectly acceptable. Okay, good. Ta-ta for now.
He hangs up and smiles.
Oh, Mrs. Jensen. Jeanine, honey, are you ready to go?
Yes, Mr. Soul.
Jeanine. Jeanine.
I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. Mort.
Mortimer smiles.
That's my girl.
He stands to exit. Lights out. End of play.